I am a surrogate, but I want to keep the baby. It is growing inside me. My name is Ruby. They paid me good money, but now I feel her kick. I can't give her away. This is my story. It is a story about love. It is a story about a very hard choice. I want to tell you everything. I want you to understand my heart. Maybe you have a hard choice too. Maybe you feel sad sometimes. I hope my story helps you. I am 25 years old. I live in a small city. My life was simple before this happened. I worked in a small coffee shop. I made coffee, I washed tables. I smiled at the customers. Here is your coffee, I said every day. But I was poor. I did not have much money. My rent was high. My car was old, it broke down often. I worried about money every night. I looked at my bills. I felt scared. I wanted a better life. I wanted to help my mother too. My mother was sick, she needed medicine. The medicine was expensive. One day I saw an advertisement. It was on a paper in the hospital. I was there for my mother. The paper said, help a family. Be a surrogate, we will pay you. I stopped. I looked at the paper. I read it again, be a surrogate. I knew what that meant. It meant carrying a baby for someone else. It meant being pregnant for 9 months. Then you give the baby to the parents. I thought about the money. The money could fix everything. I could pay my rent. I could fix my car. I could buy medicine for my mother. I could save money for the future. I can do this, I thought. It is just 9 months. It is just a job. I will help a family. They will be happy. I will be rich. It is a good plan. I called the number on the paper. A woman answered. Her voice was kind. Hello, she said. Thank you for calling. We met the next day. I met the couple. Their names were Sarah and Mark. They were older than me. They looked sad. But they were very nice. Sarah held my hand. We cannot have a baby, she said. We tried for many years. We are very sad. We want a family. Please help us. Mark looked at me with hope. We will take care of you, he said. We will pay for everything. We will pay you good money. I looked at them. They were good people. I wanted to help them, and I needed the money. Okay, I said. I will do it. I will carry your baby. They smiled. Sarah cried happy tears. She hugged me. Thank you, Ruby. She said you are an angel. I felt good. I felt proud. I was doing a good thing. We went to the doctor. We signed papers. I signed my name, Ruby. I promised to give them the baby. The paper said the baby belonged to Sarah and Mark. I understood. It is their baby, I told myself. I am just the house. The baby lives in me for a short time. Then she goes home. The doctor helped us. A few weeks later, I took a test. It was positive I was pregnant. Sarah and Mark were so happy. They took me to dinner. They bought me flowers. Thank you, Ruby, they said again and again. They gave me the first payment. It was a lot of money. I looked at the check. I smiled. I went to the bank. I paid my rent. I fixed my car. I bought medicine for my mother. I bought good food. This is easy, I thought. I am happy. They are happy. The first 3 months were okay. I felt a little sick in the morning. I was tired, but I went to work. I talked to Sarah on the phone every day. She asked, "How are you?" "How is the baby? We are fine." I said, "Everything is good." I did not feel like a mother. I felt like a helper. I rubbed my belly. It was still flat. I did not feel anything inside. It was just an idea. It was just a job. But then time passed. My belly started to grow. My clothes became tight. I had to buy new clothes. Sarah went shopping with me. She bought me beautiful dresses. She bought me comfortable shoes. "You look beautiful," Sarah said. She touched my belly. She smiled. But her eyes looked sad. I knew she wanted to be pregnant. She wanted to carry the baby. But she could not. I felt sorry for her. "Do not worry," I said. "I will take good care of your baby." "I know," she said. "I trust you." Then everything changed. It was a Tuesday. I was sitting on my sofa. I was watching TV. My house was quiet. Suddenly I felt something. It was very small. It felt like a butterfly. It was inside my stomach. Flutter, flutter. I sat up straight. I put my hand on my belly. I waited. There it was again, a small movement. A small kick. "Oh," I whispered. My heart beat fast. It was the baby. She was moving. She was alive. She was not just an idea. She was a person, a tiny person inside me. I smiled. Tears came to my eyes. "Hello?" I whispered to my belly. "Hello, little one." I wanted to call Sarah. I picked up my phone. I wanted to say the baby kicked. But I stopped. I put the phone down. I did not know why. I wanted to keep this moment for me. Just for me, it was our secret. Me and the baby. That night I could not sleep. I lay in bed. I kept my hand on my stomach. I waited for her to move. She kicked again. It was soft. It was gentle. I felt a warm feeling in my chest. It was a strong feeling. It felt like love. No, I thought. Do not love her. She is not yours. She is Sarah's baby. You are just the surrogate. I tried to sleep. I tried to forget the feeling. But I could not. The weeks passed. The baby grew bigger. My belly was big now. Everyone looked at me at the coffee shop. Customers smiled. "When is the baby due?" they asked. "In 3 months," I said. "Is it a boy or a girl?" they asked. "It is a girl," I said. "You must be so happy," they said. Being a mother is a gift. I did not correct them. I did not say, "I am not the mother." I just smiled and said yes. It is a gift. It felt good to be called mother. It felt right. Sarah and Mark came to visit often. They brought gifts for the baby. They brought a crib. They brought clothes. Tiny pink socks. Tiny white hats. "Look at this," Sarah said. "It is so cute." She held up a small dress. I looked at the dress. I felt a pain in my chest. It was a sharp pain. It was jealousy. I wanted to buy clothes for the baby. I wanted to paint the room for the baby. But I could not. The baby was not going to live with me. The baby was going to leave Ruby. "Are you okay?" Mark asked. Yes, I lied. I am just tired. My back hurts. You should rest, Sarah said. Sit down, we will make tea. They were so nice, they cooked for me. They cleaned my kitchen. They treated me like a queen. But I felt guilty. I felt guilty because I was changing. I was not just a helper anymore. I was becoming attached. Every night I talked to the baby. I am here, I said. I am Ruby. I am keeping you safe. I read stories to her. I played music for her. I knew she could hear me. The doctor said babies can hear voices in the womb. She knows my voice, I thought. She does not know Sarah's voice. She knows my voice. She knows my heartbeat. This thought made me happy, and it made me sad. One day I went to the doctor alone. Sarah was busy at work. The doctor did an ultrasound. I saw the baby on the screen. I saw her head. I saw her hands. I saw her tiny feet. She is perfect, the doctor said. She is healthy and strong. I looked at the screen, I saw her face. She looked peaceful. She looks like me, I thought. I knew she was not biologically mine. The egg belonged to Sarah. The sperm belonged to Mark. But she was growing in my body. She was eating my food. She was breathing my air. Her blood was connected to me. She is a part of me, I whispered. I walked home from the doctor. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining. Birds were singing. I walked through the park. I saw a mother on a bench. She was holding a baby. The baby was sleeping. The mother looked tired, but she looked happy. She kissed the baby's head. I stopped and watched them. I put my hand on my belly. The baby kicked hard. It was a strong kick. Now I want that, I said to myself. I want to hold you. I want to kiss your head. I want to be your mother. Panic started to rise in my heart. The time was getting short. Only 2 months left, only 8 weeks. I can't give her away, I said. The words came out of my mouth. I said them out loud. I can't give her away. I walked faster. I went home, I locked the door. I sat on the floor and cried. I was scared. I signed a contract. I took their money if I kept the baby. I would be in trouble. They would call the police. They would take me to court. But I am her mother. My heart screamed. I am the one carrying her. I stopped answering Sarah's calls. The phone rang. Ring, ring. It was Sarah. I looked at the screen. I did not answer. She sent me messages. Ruby, are you okay? Please call us. I did not reply. I stayed in my house. I closed the curtains. I wanted to be alone with my baby. I started to dream. I dreamed that I ran away. I packed a bag. I got in my car. I drove far away to another city. I changed my name. I kept the baby. We lived together in a small house near the ocean. We were happy. It was a beautiful dream. But when I woke up, I was still in my apartment. The bills were on the table. The contract was in the drawer. A few days later, Mark came to my door. He knocked loudly. "Ruby, are you there? We are worried." I held my breath. I stood very still. The baby kicked. I whispered to her. "Be quiet." Mark waited, then he walked away. I looked out the window. I saw him get into his car. He looked very stressed. He looked sad. I felt terrible. I was hurting them. They were good people. They did nothing wrong. They paid me. They trusted me. I'm a bad person. I thought I promised. And now I want to break my promise. But the feeling of love was too strong. It was stronger than my promise. It was stronger than the money. I decided to meet them. I needed to tell them the truth. I could not hide forever. I called Sarah. "Come over," I said. "We need to talk." They came quickly. They looked scared. Sarah's face was pale. "Ruby, what is wrong?" Sarah asked. "Is the baby okay?" "Is she sick?" "No," I said. "The baby is fine. She is strong." They let out a breath. "Oh, thank God." Mark said. I sat down on the sofa. They sat opposite me. The room was heavy. "I have a problem," I said. My voice was shaking. "What is it?" Sarah asked. "Do you need more money? Do you need a doctor?" "No," I said. I looked at my hands. I don't want to give her to you." Silence filled the room. The silence was loud. Sarah stared at me. Mark opened his mouth, but no words came out. What Sarah whispered. "I love her," I said. Tears ran down my face. I feel her kick every day. I talk to her. She knows me. I can't imagine my life without her. I want to keep her." Sarah started to cry. It was a sound of deep pain. She covered her face with her hands. Mark stood up. His face was red. "You can't do that," he said. "We have a contract. She is our daughter. We waited 10 years for her." I know, I shouted. "I know, but she is inside me. I am the one doing the work. I am the one feeling the pain. I am the one who loves her now." "We love her too," Mark shouted. "We love her more than anything." Sarah stood up. She walked over to me. She sat next to me on the sofa. She took my hands. Her hands were cold. "Ruby," she said softly. "Look at me." I looked at her. Her eyes were red. "I know you love her," Sarah said. "I know you feel connected to her. You are a good woman. You have a big heart. That is why we chose you." She squeezed my hand. "But think about the baby," Sarah said. "We can give her a good life. We can give her everything." "Can you give her everything?" I thought about my life. My small apartment, my old car. My job at the coffee shop. My sick mother. I have love. I said, "Love is important," Sarah said. "But she is our daughter. Biologically, she is mine. Please, Ruby, do not take my dream away. You are giving me life. Do not take it back." I looked at Sarah. I saw her pain. I saw her desperation. I looked at my belly. The baby was quiet now. I felt confused. I felt torn. Part of me wanted to fight. Part of me knew they were right. "I need time," I said. "Please leave." They left slowly. Sarah looked back at me. Her eyes begged me. I spent the next week thinking. I thought and thought. I cried a lot. I wrote a list. Why I should keep her. I love her. She is part of me. I will be lonely without her. Why I should give her. She is their baby. I promise they have money to care for her. It is the right thing to do. The list for giving her was longer, but the feeling for keeping her was heavier. Then the labor started. It was night. I was in bed. I felt a pain in my back, then a pain in my stomach. It is time, I thought. I called Sarah. I am coming. She said we went to the hospital. The pain was bad. It hurt very much. Sarah held my hand. Mark waited outside. Breathe, Ruby. Sarah said you're doing great. She wiped my forehead with a cool cloth. She gave me water. She stayed with me for hours. It hurts, I cried. I can't do it, yes. You can, Sarah said. You are strong, you are so strong. She was kind to me, even after I said I wanted to keep the baby. She was kind. She helped me finally. The moment came. Push, the doctor said. I pushed, I screamed. And then I heard a cry. Why? It was the most beautiful sound in the world. It's a girl, the doctor said. He placed the baby on my chest. She was warm, she was wet. She was tiny. She looked up at me, her eyes were dark. She stopped crying when she heard my heartbeat. Hello, I whispered. Hello, my love. I held her tight. I smelled her head. She smelled like milk and honey. I looked at her fingers, 10 tiny fingers. I looked at her toes, 10 tiny toes. She was perfect. Sarah was standing next to the bed. She was crying. She was smiling, but she stayed back. She let me hold the baby. I looked at Sarah. She looked at the baby with so much hunger. She wanted to hold her daughter, but she waited. She respected me. I looked at the baby again. I felt my heart break. It cracked into 2 pieces. I knew the truth then. If I kept her, I would always feel guilty. I would always know I stole her. I would always know I broke a family. And I looked at Sarah. She was ready. She was ready to be a mother. Love is not just about keeping. Sometimes love is about letting go. Because I loved this baby. I wanted her to have the best life. Sarah and Mark could give her that. I took a deep breath. It was the hardest breath of my life. I kissed the baby's forehead. Be good, I whispered. I love you, I will always love you. Then I lifted my arms. I held the baby out to Sarah. Here, I said, here is your daughter. Sarah gasped. She came closer. She took the baby gently. She held the baby close to her neck. She closed her eyes. Thank you, she sobbed. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Mark came in. He hugged Sarah and the baby. They were a family, a complete family. I lay back on the pillow. I felt empty. My arms felt light. My belly felt soft. I was tired. I was sad. But I also felt peace. I did the right thing. The next few days were hard. I stayed in the hospital. I saw the baby through the glass window. Sarah and Mark were always with her. They looked so happy when I left the hospital. I was alone. I walked to my car. My body was sore. I went home. My apartment was quiet. There was no baby. There were no kicks in my belly. I sat on the sofa and cried. I cried for a long time. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to grieve. I lost something special. But then I looked at the table. There was a card. Sarah gave it to me before I left. I opened the envelope. Inside was a picture of the baby and a letter. "Dear Ruby," it said, "we can never thank you enough. You gave us a miracle. We want you to be part of her life. You are not a stranger. You are Auntie Ruby. Please come visit us when you are ready. We love you. Sarah, Mark, and baby Lily." Lily, they named her Lily. It was a beautiful name. I smiled. I was not a mother, but I was not a stranger. I was Auntie Ruby. I realized something important. My journey did not end, it just changed. I helped bring a life into the world. That is a powerful thing. I am strong. I used the money wisely. I paid my debts. I helped my mother. I went back to school. I studied nursing. I wanted to help other babies. I wanted to help other mothers. It has been 2 years now. I visit Lily every month. She is walking now. She calls me Ruru. She runs to me and hugs me. When I hold her, I still feel that love. It is different now. It is not possessive, it is pure. I see Sarah and Mark. They are tired parents, but they are happy. They look at me with gratitude. I'm glad I made the right choice. It was the hardest thing I ever did. But it made me who I am today. Sometimes life is complicated. Sometimes we want things we cannot have. But if we do the right thing, if we act with love, we find a new kind of happiness. I am Ruby. I was a surrogate. I gave away the baby I carried. And I am proud of my story. You can do hard things too. You can make the right choice, even when it hurts. Keep going. Your story is important too. Thank you for listening to my story. Remember, you are strong. You are brave and you are never alone. This is Ruby signing off. Bye for now.